Now, the purpose of this class is not for you to become a professional in financial planning. And sometimes you might want to reach out to an expert for help. But everybody seems to have an opinion on financial management and financial planning. So everybody's got an uncle who seems to have invested in all kinds of things and he's really, really rich. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean he's great at giving financial advice. Maybe he is, but what should you look for in a professional? So a true financial planner doesn't just look at just investments and stocks and bonds and those sorts of things. Of course, they look at that, but they also look at your tax management, your insurance management, your education and retirement goals. Do you have educational goals that you still want to pay for? Or maybe you have children whose education you want to pay for. All of those things should come under the umbrella of a good financial planner. And a good way to tell if a financial planner is qualified is to look for one of these credentials. So certified financial planners, chartered financial consultants, certified public accountants, they all have to meet certain standards to be able to use this designation. So that means they have been properly trained in the field of financial planning. And other questions that you should ask when searching for or shopping for a financial planner is, first of all, how is the advisor compensated? How are they paid? Do they get a percentage of your investments? Maybe that might be more than what you want to pay them. Are they paid annually? How exactly are they paid? And you want to be able to fully understand that. And so this is a piece of general advice, not just for financial planning, but if you don't completely understand how they are compensated, how their plan for you works, I caution you against ever signing on to something you don't completely understand. So don't just think, oh, these are financial terms that are outside of my realm of understanding. If they can't make you understand exactly what you are agreeing to, then you might want to consider doing business elsewhere. Another good question to ask is if an advisor adheres to a fiduciary standard. And that means that they always have to act in your best interest. So if they're being compensated, let's say by a percentage of your investments, well, that might make them more aggressive with your investments than you are comfortable with, because if you're making a lot of money, they're making a lot of money. So you just want to be sure that they adhere to that fiduciary standard. And for an investment policy statement detailing your investment philosophy and your situation and the risk that you are willing to take, because you want to be on the same page. You want to tell your financial planner, this is what I want to do, what do you suggest? Not have your financial planner tell you, this is what we're going to do. One of my favorite things about this text is that it ends every chapter with worst financial blunders in understanding personal finance and kind of telling you what not to do, because all of these things are definite things that you want to avoid. Number one, only thinking about money matters when you have a financial problem. You don't want to wait until you can't pay your bills, or it's about time to retire and you have nothing put away before you really start thinking about money matters. Failure to educate yourself and take personal responsibility. Again, you and you alone are responsible for your financial well-being. Spending more than you earn. That one seems obvious, yet I think just about everybody can say at some point they have been guilty of spending more than they make. But that one seems to be, again, pretty obvious to financial success. You have to spend less than you make to be able to save money. So this will be a huge part of financial management. Fail to understand and capitalize on the time value of money and the benefits of saving and investing early. Waiting until your 30s, 40s may not necessarily be devastating and you'll never be able to retire, but you cannot get the years back. And then believe and act on financial advice from amateurs rather than professionals. That old uncle at the party that always seems to have financial advice for everyone rather than a certified financial planner. All right, everyone, that's the end of this chapter. So I will see you all in class.